Threat of flash flooding in southern Utah tonight on the anniversary of some very dramatic flooding.
It was 1 year ago when a once-in-a-100-year flash flood ripped through downtown Moab. Lincoln Graves traveled to Moab to see how they've recovered and if they're better prepared for another emergency.
Moab has come a long way since last year's flash flood, but you don't have to search very hard to see evidence of it. Take a look at this, a metal picnic table. It weighs hundreds of pounds, but here it sits crumpled and mangled about a half-mile downstream from where it was swept away. Full cleanup is going to take a while, but officials say they're better prepared for another emergency like this. Stormy, dark skies above Moab used to be a welcome sight for locals.
Like I said, we used to get excited. It's like, oh, good, it's going to rain. You know, oh, good, there's a flash flood. We'd all run out to see it. Not anymore.
Not anymore, because of what happened 1 year ago. What's now referred to as a 100-year flash flood event. Businesses were damaged, people had to be rescued. A year later, town officials admit they weren't as prepared as they should be. Where are we? What's the state of things a year later? What's changed, I suppose?
Yeah, I feel like we've made a lot of good progress. You know, after a flood, there is a lot of momentum.
Cora Phillips is Grand County's emergency manager. She came on board after the flood and says one big improvement is how many people can now send out alerts.
We have increased training for our staff. So our sheriff, our chief deputy, all of our dispatchers, myself, all trained in how to utilize our alert system.
Bank stabilization efforts have taken place. New flood sensors have been installed. Community members are also more aware of the danger. Are you more confident in the city's ability to handle a similar type of emergency?
I am, but when these kind of things happen, usually they happen like that.
Officials say they're doing what they can, but that residents also have to be ready for the unpredictable, including keeping an eye to the skies, which everyone seems to do now.
Ooh, just saw a lightning bolt. You know, the only thing that I just want to emphasize is how we've changed as a community in terms of when we see these thunderstorms building up, we're anxious now instead of excited for the rain.
Just a few days ago, another smaller flash flood swept through Mill Creek here. It wasn't all that unusual, but multiple warnings did come through. We got them on our cell phones right before that head wall of the flood came through town. In Moab, Lincoln Graves, KUTV 2 News.